Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Jason and the channel is The Everyday Card Collector. Today we're going to go through a mail day. Actually got a mail day from a friend that I haven't got to meet yet. My good friend Lenny at Cardcast actually shot me a text the other day and said, hey, I need your address. I want to send you some cards. And I said, he didn't have to do that. Obviously, we know how kind this community is, and it's crazy what he sent. Sent me a lot of awesome stuff that we're going to take a peek at today. But, Lenny's going to be on Cardboard and Cold Ones this week. I am actually filming this on Wednesday. So tomorrow will be Cardboard and Cold Ones. And Lenny's going to go ahead and jump on with Sammy. And then my buddy Aaron at Value Vintage is filling in for me because I'm not going to be able to make it. I may try and do a spot appearance and see if I can... just shoot in for a couple minutes. I told Sammy, hey, if you get a chance, send me the link. If I get an opportunity to jump in, I'll do so just to say thank you to Lenny. If I don't get that opportunity, Lenny, thank you so much for the awesome gift. This was fantastic, my friend. I'm pretty pumped about it. I'm going to show some of my favorites out of it because Lenny gave me a big stack, so I'm not going to show it all. I'm going to show a good portion of it, though, of some really cool stuff. So it was a fantastic mail day. I just think that this community continues to show how awesome it is by doing things like this. Lenny's channel is Cardcast, and that's cast with a K. If you guys aren't familiar with them, I'll put his link in the description, and I encourage you guys to check him out. Lenny's got a great personality, and again, we haven't really gotten the opportunity to meet. Officially, it would have been on Cardboard and Cold Ones. But unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to make it. But I'm going to try and maybe sneak in for a couple minutes or so if I can. So again, thank you, Lenny, for the wonderful gift. I want to show you guys what he sent me. Some really cool stuff. Some very, very cool stuff and unique stuff, which I love. So we'll get the camera turned around. We'll take a peek at what I got. And excited to add these to the collection. So let's get into it. All right, guys, so once again, as I said, fantastic mail day from my buddy Lenny at Cardcast. Again, I'll put his link to his channel in the description. Thank you again, Lenny. Some awesome stuff here that I wanted to share with everybody, and I think some of it's really unique and interesting. So I'll kind of rattle off two that I found really, really interesting. Just as a heads up, I'm going to show a bunch of cards, guys. What I'm not going to show is Lenny gave me a stack here. I kind of pulled out a bunch of others that you're going to see, but this is the stack I'm not showing, and there's probably 10 cards in there that I'm not even showing that he's sent along with everything that I am going to show. But the first thing I'm going to show is something really cool. I did a little digging into this as this came in today, and I had a little bit of time to look it up. I know this is a cloth sticker. I wasn't real familiar with it, and Lenny actually said in the note that he sent me, it's off of the back. The backing is off of it, which I could care less about. But he said, I just love the image, and I couldn't agree more. This image is phenomenal. And from what I could tell, this is a 1974 Topps Baseball Action Emblem sticker. Now, I could only find one on eBay that was the sticker, and it was actually graded. And they were calling it a test sticker. So I'm not certain if this was a test as well. It appeared that the one that I found online was an actual sticker, and this is a cloth sticker. So I'm not sure of the scarcity of this one, but I really don't care, quite honestly. Much to what Lenny said, I think this is an awesome, awesome image. So just a fantastic piece to add to the collection. So, and something I don't have any cloth stickers, so that's my first one. I don't have any of these either. So this is Dave Nicholson. He was an outfielder for the White Sox. He played for played outfield for the White Sox in the mid '60s. And this is a 1964. I think it's a photo tattoo. So very cool, very unique piece. Again, something that I did not have in the collection. And I just think this kind of stuff is awesome. Lenny knows me well enough to know that I like that kind of stuff. A couple bigger, oversized items. So there are two cards in here. I need to get another card saver for the other card. But we've got a Minnie Minoso exhibit card. And then on the other side, my man Belton Bill Melton. And this is pretty cool because this is one of the Pro Star promotions that came from Canada, I believe. If I'm incorrect on that, let me know, but I believe that's what it is. And it's a very cool action shot of my man Belton Bill Melton, who just passed away not too long ago. So very, very cool stuff there for the oversized. Two other cards I really dig. 1983 Carlton Fisk, and 1983 in action Carlton Fisk. You notice I didn't say 1983 Topps because these are the O-Pee-Chee, which is awesome. And you can see the O-Pee-Chee logo right here down by Carlton's photo, and then the one in the upper left. And obviously you got a little bit of French copy in them, and on the back as well. 83 O-Pee-Chees. Very, very cool. So I'm thrilled to have those. And again, didn't have any 83 O-Pee-Chees in my collection, which is fantastic. I'll rattle off a couple of the modern cards. I know modern isn't always my core audience doesn't dig it, but I love it. This is a Topps Clearly Jose Abreu rookie card, so it's an acetate card. Sorry guys, I dropped it. So it's an acetate card, but very, very cool. Beautiful, beautiful card. I like the new cards and the shine. I'm not certain what this is. It almost looks like jeez, guys, I'm sorry I got butterfingers today. Almost looks like a TCMA card, Stan Musial replicating the 52 backs. And I'm not certain when it came out, but just a beautiful, beautiful image of Stan the Man. I'm trying to see if I can find anything in here as to when it was made. I do not see that, but awesome card. Very cool Topps Mini Diamonds, Stan Musial. Absolutely love that. You know, these vintage players on modern cards are so cool. I just dig that. What a good looking card. That's fabulous. I think this is 2010, if I'm not mistaken. It's Ken Griffey with his short time with the White Sox. And if I'm not mistaken, and I'm pretty certain on this, I believe this is a vintage stock. If you look in the upper right-hand corner, that's the old Topps logo with the T that kind of looped. And then on the back, it's kind of got a vintage stock look to it. So I believe this is from 2010 vintage. It's a vintage stock Ken Griffey Jr., which is fantastic. Here we go. Dennis Eckersley, Hall bound when he was with the Cardinals. That's fantastic. 98, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Sorry, guys, I'm not holding it in frame there. Just a beautiful die cut. I love it. It's fantastic. And then this card is awesome. I love this. So this is the Flair Ultra, and I'm more familiar with the Flair Ultra basketball. I was collecting a lot of this. This is 98. 98, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 98. And this is the gold medallion. So you can see the Maglio Ordonez copies in gold, and the background's kind of gold, which is fantastic. And it even says it on the bottom, gold medallion edition. So these are fantastic. And you know, they came out with like a Michael Jordan gold medallion, a Kobe. So I'm familiar with the basketball. I didn't have any gold medallions for baseball, so this is awesome. So fantastic stuff there. So we'll get a couple guys. Why don't we get a couple guys up on the stage there? I kind of dig the cloth sticker, so maybe we'll put the cloth sticker up there for now. And then there's one more piece that I absolutely love. Lenny sent me a note, and when he sent me in the note, he actually said that it was his favorite piece that he sent, and I'm right in line with him. See if I can get these to stand up properly. Got a couple cards behind it. So doesn't get much better than this, guys. It looks like it's a newspaper or a magazine article. Check that out. So it's Nellie Fox, and he is promoting Crosman pellet guns, BB guns, if you will. But you can see he's got his eyes shut, and he's aiming that pellet gun, getting ready to fire. And it says here, I think these guns are great, says Nellie Fox. Chicago White Sox star and American League most valuable player. After a tense game, I like to unwind with some casual target practice with my Crosman pellet guns. It's not only a lot of fun, but it keeps the eye sharp and coordination at a high level. So there you go. You know, after a game, Nellie Fox wanted to do nothing more but than to shoot a BB gun. How phenomenal is that? That piece is awesome. I'm actually going to consider possibly trying to get that framed up in some way, shape, or form. Just an awesome piece. And let me see if I can kind of get that in the holder too. We'll try. Yeah, there you go. So how cool is that, guys? Just a fantastic gift. There were other cards that Lenny added to to what I've shown. I just didn't show them all. I pulled a bunch of my favorites out. I think there was another Maglio Dorni's rookie card in there. A lot of cool stuff. But geez, you know, once again, this community never ceases to amaze me at how generous and kind people are. And again, Lenny, I can't thank you enough. I hope you have an awesome time on Cardboard and Cold Ones. I'm going to try and sneak on for a little bit from where I'm at and just say hello to you. But if I don't get the chance, this is my way of saying thank you, guys. You know, link of Lenny's channel, Cardcast, is going to be in the description. So please check him out, sub him up. He's got an awesome personality. I would just love to finally meet him and hang out with him. I think we'd have a blast together. So that's all I got for you guys. Awesome mail day from a kind person, and I wanted to show this cool stuff. So if you enjoyed this kind of content, please feel free to like and subscribe. And until the next video, we'll talk then, guys. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.